okay, we just talking. But you're taking it up a notch by going after a man's family. And I feel like that's trash. That's dumpster juice and that's bottom of the barrel. Straight like that. What to do, what it ain't, what it is. It's your boy, Mr. Wilson. What's good, still a nation? What's good, Yenses? What's good, good people? We back in the break room with another edition. And I just want to say, thank y'all for checking in with me one time for the one time. I appreciate y'all coming through the page, showing love. I appreciate everybody that I be meeting at games that follow me and just show love, man. It is appreciated and it's not overlooked. With the win on Sunday against the Browns, we are now 10-3, and we have a 2-game lead over the Baltimore Ravens, who are 8-5 respectfully. Um, but like I said before, man, we can never count those guys out. Not even the Bengals. I mean, we can never count them out. Right now, they're trying to play spoiler alert, and we got to continue to keep our foot on the pedal, and be in control of our own destiny. Don't allow us. Don't even open the door for them to mess up our plans. So, yeah, with the win on Sunday, also, the Brownies have officially been eliminated from playoff contention. Um, so that's one thing. Two, um, the team found a way to win without GP. A lot of people talked about how oh yeah, they're one trick ponies. They only have GP for the moon ball, and once again they proved otherwise. Russ had a solid day. It wasn't a crazy amount of yards, but it was a solid day. And most importantly, you come away with the win. I feel like people who focus on individual stats are losers. I mean, just straight up. Like nobody that wins or is a winner cares about individual stats. And I know AJ Brown said what he said after the game, but this ain't even directed towards him or anybody else in the NFL. I just feel like winners are more team oriented. People that are on championship caliber teams are more team oriented, and that's just my personal opinion. Um, a couple of things I want to talk about today. One of which I want to talk about an unsung hero that I don't feel is getting enough coverage. One thing I do try to bring on this page is early takes, stuff that people aren't really talking about. And one of which I want to talk about an unsung hero by the name of none other than Ben Skoranek. I feel like the guy is playing absolutely lights out. He is a baller. He is a ball hawk. He always seems to be in the mix. Um, I mean, the guy, he pass blocks, he run blocks, he's on special teams. Um, and I'm not sure if you noticed or not, but the guy's recovered 2 fumbles on punts for us over the last couple weeks. He has a catch here, catch there. I mean, I don't. He's not really utilizing the offensive schemes or not, but he is there, and he's proven to be a sure pair of hands. And it would be nice to see the Steelers bring him in the mix more. I think the guy is an absolute baller, and right on cue, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring up the footage. But I think the guy is an absolute baller. They got to use him more.
Had a problem earlier. It didn't cost them this time.
And Skoranek, who just came off of IR, is on the spot. He's Pierre.
Guy was on IR. The guy was on IR. Comes off IR and just he's making game deciding plays for us, man. James Pierre, he's another unsung hero. He just had an interception last week against the Browns to seal that victory. So I mean, we have so many playmakers across the board. Like I said before, we have depth. We have great problems. We have depth across the board. We are a very deep team. We are a very stacked team in terms of talent, and I'm really excited to see how the team will overcome challenges that they are faced with to end this season. Because quite frankly, man, if they run this table, or if they run this table, man, we could end up first place in the AFC. Right now, we're second place in the AFC. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I can't lie. It's a good feeling. I said in the previous podcast that you know I was at the Browns game. I was at Big Ben's last game at Heinz Field against the Browns, and it was just a feeling of like, just a feeling of not knowing what happens next. Big Ben. I mean, he played for half of my life. you know, uh, I graduated high school in 2004. So for the fact that he was our quarterback for my entire like college years and even adulthood, like, um, and it's a lot of good memories. It's a lot of good memories. And you know, when he retired, I can't lie, man. It was just like, dang, what happens to us now? And we went through the Kenny Pickett experiment. I still feel like Mason Rudolph was overlooked, but Mr. Trubisky, you know, I was never a fan of Mr. Trubisky, but um, yeah, it's a good feeling to see where the team is now. It's kind of been like a quick rebuild, especially with the additions of Justin Fields and Russ, Patrick Queen, Deshaun, Omar Khan needs to be GM of the year. I mean, this guy, he has done a phenomenal job. He has done a phenomenal job. And while we're talking about awards, Coach Tomlin needs to be Coach of the Year. Russ needs to be Comeback Player of the Year. Like, I mean, there are so many people that are doing great things within our organization, and they all deserve standing ovations. They all deserve their recognition and their shine. So, but yeah, Ben Skoranek, James Pierre, we know what Miles Killebrew is. We know who he is. Our special teams, they're lethal, man. They are lethal. So yeah.
Come up with the football.
Shotgun. Wilson lets it fly. Complete. Skoranek.
When he broke one for 65 yards in the Super Bowl down in Arizona against Philadelphia a couple years. Didn't go for a touchdown, but he could. Oh my goodness! Now he's got more explaining to do on the sideline. That is recovered by the same guy who threw the football at. Oh,
Yeah, man. Skoranek, man. Ben Skoranek. If he's not on your radar, he needs to be on your radar. If you don't know about him, now you do. The guy's a dog. And I just hope he keeps up the good play. We had so much hopes for like Roman Wilson and but there's this year's proven that there's always someone that's in the chamber that's just looking for an opportunity. And Skoranek is definitely one of those guys. So yeah, man. Ben Skoranek, keep up the good work, brother. Yes, sir. And I also want to double back. I told y'all I would double back. If somebody found a video, I would throw the video in a different episode. And somebody did find the CC footage of him calling us frauds. So I did want to touch on that and just more so just show the episode. And and even on top of that, the man, bro, he got us in the top 5 rankings at number 4. But as you're going to see here, he was asked, are we closer to 5 or we closer to 1? And he basically says flat out, we're close to 1. And it wouldn't be crazy that if we beat, the other teams in the top 5. At least he is willing to double back on what he said. You got the people, the likes of Nick Wright and people like that. They're never gonna admit that. They're always gonna move the goalpost. They're always gonna find some excuse as to why they can't give Steelers credit, and that's okay. We're good with it. Like I said before, like we've all said, Pittsburgh versus everybody. This is nothing new. And Kimberly Martin, man, I haven't even seen her on TV. Like, dang, would they put her in timeout or something? Like, I just, it's insane to me that they always talk about how, the stuff that they criticized us for, really quick, the stuff that they criticized us for is the stuff that everyone else gets a pass for. Like, for instance, they say, oh, man, the Steelers, man, they barely beat the Ravens. They only won by, 2 points or whatever. Every game the Chiefs win is by like 2-3 points. They're glazing the Chiefs right now for barely winning football games. If the Steelers win that game like that, they're being criticized for winning the game like that. I mean, I truly believe these people need to start having polygraph tests done to before you get on the TV talking anything about sports, because your bias shows and your hatred shows. So yeah, let's get into the CC take. The first joint from after when we lost to the Colts and he called us frauds, and then let's fast track to the one from this week as well.
Ironic.
Frauds. I'm doing it. I hate to do it to my frat brother Mike Tomlin, but I gotta say they're frauds. Smalls,
Man, frat brothers be the worst ones, bro.
Defense. You're not a great defense. The Colts kept hitting their head on the goalpost to start the game. I mean, they led with 3 straight scoring drives, including back-to-back touchdowns. No, they're frauds. Don't give me that. And then the backup quarterback, Joe Flacco, comes in and looks great. If you're the best defense in the entire NFL, how do you let that game get that out of hand for your offense? No, man. Frauds. Frauds. The Pittsburgh Steelers are frauds.
Number 4.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. Take a listen to this. The Pittsburgh Steelers are number 1 in takeaways, number 1 in point off turnover margin, number 1 in opponent QBR, number 1 in quarterback hits, most blocked kicks, and oh, by the way, they're 3rd in 20-plus yard completions on the season behind the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to say that again. They're 3rd in 20-plus yard completions in the passing game behind the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. That's not.
Bro, if they run off those numbers, those stats about any other team, they're automatically saying they're Super Bowl contenders. If the Bills had that, you know what I'm saying? If the Chiefs was playing like that, I mean, they would say no doubt they're winning it. They three-peating. There's no doubt they three-peating. If any other team had those numbers, man, they would be Super Bowl content, like heavy Super Bowl contenders, like favorites, and there will be no doubt, and there will be nobody talking trash, nobody taking cheap shots, nobody doubting that team. But for some reason, because it's Pittsburgh, people don't want to give us credit. So I mean, the answer is simple: just keep going out there and proving people wrong, man. It's what you got to do. Keep going out there and proving people wrong.
Not a stat that you would associate with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Tomlin, but that's where they live, and a big reason why is because of Russ in the Moonball. Russ is 6-1 as the starter, and Mike Tomlin just secured his 11th double-digit win season in 18 years as the head coach in Pittsburgh with that win over the Cleveland Browns. Oh, by the way, they've won 21 straight games at home against Cleveland. 21 straight games at home against Cleveland. That is absolutely ridiculous. If that's not the profile of a Super Bowl contender, I don't know what is. Now, the tale will be told over the next 4 games. They're on the road against the Eagles, on the road against the Ravens. They've got the Chiefs and the Bengals. If they're 500 or better during that stretch, then we'll have proof of concept that the Pittsburgh Steelers are a true title contender.
My statement on the Steelers will be based on a question to prove a point. Are the Pittsburgh Steelers on your power rankings closer to 5 in your mind or closer to 1 in your mind? Closer to being out or closer to being the top challenger to the Chiefs?
They are closer to 1 than they are 5. And it seems odd to have them at 4, but...
No, but forget the math on it.
Yeah.
In other words, you're thinking about them as the number 1 challenger to the Chiefs. Now, others ahead of them, but that's where the mindset is with this team.
Correct.
That's important to note.
That is.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, you heard it there. I mean, he is laying out stats, stats that people that don't want to give us credit, it's going to be hard not to give us credit. I mean, everything that Pittsburgh is doing right now is really showing up in a major way. The people that don't want to give us credit, we already know what it is, and it's okay. It's Pittsburgh versus everybody. That's our mentality. People that want to doubt us, man. When we like, even so far this season, everything that they said that we can't do, Pittsburgh finds a way to do. And most of it is convincingly. It's not like we barely scraping the bottom of the barrel. They are doing this stuff to everybody. They are inflicting their will to everyone. We just gotta stay healthy, man. Oh yeah, and kind of like a reaction to Hard Knocks from this episode. I saw where a Browns player's wife said that Pittsburgh Steelers fans are an embarrassment. And I find that highly comical when they're the ones that always talking about Schittsburg this, Schittsburg that, Squiller fans this, Squiller fans that. I mean, for goodness sake, They booed Deshaun Watson when he got injured, tearing his Achilles. Like, what we doing? Us saying Cleveland sucks is not an embarrassment. That's just a statement. And it's a reaction to Myles Garrett in itself from stuff that he said. Watching Hard Knocks is just the proof. The proof is there. Joey Porter said he can't even eat in Cleveland. He can't eat in Cincinnati. He can't eat in Baltimore. His wife wore his jersey to the game to show her support to her husband, and people were throwing things at her. His wife, hot dogs, drinks, whatever, anything. Like, what are we doing? Cleveland fans try to pick an easy target. You going after the man's wife? No, that's an embarrassment. And you should be ashamed of yourselves, man. Like, for real. Like, I've never heard of that happening in regards to Pittsburgh. Yeah, we talk. We all talk. But at the end of the day, everybody's going to make it home safe. Nobody's going to get assaulted. Joey Porter's wife was assaulted. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about? You know, me making comments towards Myles Garrett's comments towards TJ Watt and the Steelers. Okay, we just talking. But you're taking it up a notch by going after a man's family. And I feel like that's trash. That's dumpster juice, and that's bottom of the barrel. Straight like that.
NFC North, this is one of their big rivalries in this game. That go back deep. Cleveland, same way. Once you learn the rivalry, it's way more intense than anybody can speak on it. Like, it's really... From the time, like, I don't even eat in Cleveland. I never eat in Cincinnati, and I never eat in Baltimore. Like, they can just forget about it. They talk about the good crab in Baltimore. Yeah. I ain't never had it.
You ain't trying it?
Nah. Like, they go spit in Joey Porter's sandwich. They go spit in my pasta.
I remember all the wives. We took a limo to Cleveland. Your dad had said to me, because all the wives, we always wore our husband's jerseys. He was like, Christy, don't go to Cleveland with my jersey on. That's not going to be a good idea.
Yeah.
It's like, everybody's wearing their jerseys. All the wives are wearing their jerseys. I want to wear my jersey. I didn't make it to halftime. I had to be escorted out the stadium because the Cleveland fans was like, Joey Porter's wife. Popcorn, hot dogs, drinks. That was the last time I went to a divisional game.
And real quick, before I get out of here for the day, make sure you get these bandwagon applications out to all the haters that's flipping sides. We're starting to get more and more week by week, and you want to make sure you get your application in early so that way it can get processed and you'll be official. Don't wait till the last minute. Because, you know, you wait till the last minute, you know what I'm saying? We might just start rejecting applications just because, you know what I'm saying? It's Pittsburgh versus everybody. Get them in early while we being nice. All right? I appreciate y'all checking in for these couple takes. If anybody asks you how's business, let them know that business is still booming. I hope y'all have a great day. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. And I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.
You that week one. It ain't about us. It's never about them, man. We the best in the world. We need to play here in January. That shit starts today. Right here, man. Hooray! 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 Let's fight 3, 1, 2, 3.
What's up, guys? Can I get a group hug?
Oh, group hug. Hi. Say good luck. Give me a kiss. Hi. Say good luck, Uncle TJ.
Let's go Steelers. Let's go Steelers. Can we get a group picture? Right here. He's right here.
Your leadership, your genuineness, your passion, and love for the game resonates in this building, resonates in this city. Go get number 7.
Let's get you number 7, baby. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure, Coach.
My pleasure.